guys, and welcome to a new Train Sim World video. Today we're going to check out why you should never go on the railway and its safety. Well, the first thing we're going to do is check a look at what would happen if a driver from a relatively fast commuter train saw you in his path, and we're going to time it from the time we pass the next signal to the time we can stop. This would determine the braking rate, okay? So I'm going to go to my timer, to my clock, and we're going to carry on driving at 70 miles an hour. So stopwatch, ready. So next signal is the signal in which we're going to consider that there's an obstacle or somebody or something on the line. So, right now the driver's carrying out standard driving procedure, just under power 2, 70 miles an hour. The emergency brake is that red button there. There's the signal. Driver sees somebody in front, apply the emergency brake. Time from the signal it takes to stop. That took 23 seconds to stop. 23 seconds, and just so you get the context of it, the signal was there, and the train, wait a minute, the train is there. Just look at all the distance between the signal and the train. A car can probably stop flat out, but a train just literally goes right past. Because you see the trains in the tunnel, and there was a person located at the point of the signal. See you in the next clip. Hi guys, this is clip 2. Right, so we find ourselves at Falmouth Station, departing. We have a 60 mile an hour speed limit, and we've been informed that there's going to be some workmen at milepost 3 departing from Falmouth. You'll probably be thinking, but those are people on the line, they're in exactly the same risk as, for example, a random person on the track. Yes, they're in the same base risk, but when the driver sees them, remember, I'm going to pretend that the people are milepost 3. There's the milepost. He blows his horn to acknowledge he's seen them. See, I've just done. I'm just going to do it again with the next milepost, so you realise. And even if he hasn't been warned of any people that could possibly be on the track, see, there's the speed limit, there's the... He's always got a signal that he's seen them. See ya in clip 3. In clip 3, we're going to be taking a look at third rail, because it may not appear like an imminent threat, so you just walk and you say, oh, there's the third rail. I don't know what that's for. Let me just jump over it. Oh, I tripped, and you die, because that's got 750 volts of direct electricity passing through it non-stop, always. So don't ever think, oh, it's night, they'll probably cut off the supply. No, they don't. They don't ever cut off the supply. This is a fixed supply. Don't ever presume it's off. Always treat the rail as live. If there was to be overhead catenary, something not very usual on the southern region, what would happen is you definitely would not think you'd get electrocuted, because you probably just think, oh, well, that's up there. I'll only get electrocuted if I touch it like the third rail, except because that is variable voltage, it's AC, and it's 25,000 volts instead of 750 DC. it can jump. So for example, you're on the top of a wagon next to catenary, the catenary will zap you, literally. It will jump. The electricity is in such big quantities that it will directly zap you, independently of anything. And the trains that run on the southern region are kind of insulated as well against third rail, because they need third rail to run, they need third rail for electricity, but as you can see they've got tiny contacts, because the rail is massive, but the contacts to the rail are tiny. So that's basically the same as humans, except for trains don't die, so don't ever go near overhead catenary or touch third rail. See you in clip 4. To the next clip of this video. In this case, we find ourselves in the cab of a Class 33 electric locomotive on the Western Railway. You're probably saying that trains travel very slowly. Yes, they do. But even if they do, you must be very careful of the railway ahead. Because in this railway, people could randomly walk into a field, or they could cross a pedestrian crossing, that doesn't have any gates on, where it's lots of things that can happen. Like that. And also there's very low driving visibility because there's lots of foliage, so you could easily miss somebody walking over the tracks. So we're going to run the same experiment again. We're going to take a landmark and we're going to use a timer to see how long it took us to stop. We're currently running at 25 miles an hour. We're moving very fast, but Western Railway maximum speed limit. So we're going to take the next mile post and pretend it's a little boy on the track. And I'm going to show you how long it would take to stop. So here's the mile post. Oh, the boy. That took us about 10-12 seconds to stop. Quite a long time if you're talking about a little boy on the track. He'd probably be a little bald in front of the train at this point. Very sad. That's why any railway, you should never ever climb in front of an incoming train, ever. And I'll see you for the last clip. Hi guys, you joined me for the last clip of the video. In this case, we're going to be playing the role of a little boy. So the little boy has trespassed the railway through that gap in the fence. And he's just, there's no trains coming. He's just having a little walk. And he says, oh, there's a train coming. I must be careful. And then suddenly, the train nearly hits him. And look at how long it took to stop. Way past where the boy would have been if he'd walked onto the tracks. That's why never look in one direction, look in both. And especially some locomotives are especially quiet. So you must always look either side of the railway if you don't want to be run over. Be really careful on the railway. And if you see there is no third rail or continuing like here, don't think there aren't any trains coming. There are many forms of trains. Diesel, electric, steam, they're all equally as dangerous. So please, be careful next to the railway. See you in the next video. Bye.